great day, parents and scholars. We're using multiplication in three different ways to find our product. We're using the distributive property, area model, and standard algorithm. So first we have 5 times 31. I have written my multiples down. That is a must. That is a must, part of showing their work. So with the distributive property, we're going to distribute the 5 to the 31, okay? Now, we first have to determine what is the expanded form for 31, and that will be 30 plus 1, okay? Now, let's see how we're going to use it. Now, we're multiplying by 5, so that's going to be our first number in the set of parentheses every time. Whatever the single number is that we're multiplying by, that's going to go first, okay? So, 5 times 30 plus 5 times 1. Okay, now we're ready to solve and get our answer. So we have our 5 and 3. We already have the multiples of 5, so we're going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3, that's 15. And we have 1 0. We're going to bring it down, that's 150. Plus 5 times 1, we just go down 1, and so that puts us on 5. And so that's 5. And then we're going to add these two together. And I always tell the kids, do not go horizontal, always vertical. So 150 plus 5 gives us 155. And that's the distributive property. So for in their homework tonight, number 1, 3 must be all 3 of these ways. It must be all 3 of these ways. And they're going to do exactly how we did it in class. Okay? So this is the distributive property. Now I'm going to go to the area model. And I guess I can fit that here. And here's our area model. We know we're multiplying by 5. Let me go ahead and move this over. I think that's too much space here. Let's move my area over. So we have our area model here. We know we're multiplying by 5, so 5 is going outside of the box. And we're going to split it into 2. We need 2 parts because we have to show the expanded form of 31. And that's 30 plus 1, so 30 plus 1. 5 times 3 is 15. How many zeros? 1. 5 times 1 is 5. And then we're going to add those together. 155. Okay, so parents, make sure that you're looking, as I'm going to look as well. When they do all 3, of course they should get the same answer because that lets them know they're right. But I have found that some, once they do the first one and they just kind of just put the answer, just do like a box. They may just put this. I need to see all of this. Like I need to see all the distributed property. I need to see all of the area model. Okay? Now this was a telltale sign, especially in my homeroom today. This is what I saw. Okay, so this is standard. 31 times 5. Larger number always on top. Okay? And we had 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. And there we go. So in this case, it wasn't anything plus anything on the top. But the problem that we did in class, it was something, I think it was like plus 4 at the top. It was like 6 times 7 was 42. And they didn't even put plus 4. They just wrote the answer. And I was like, no, I need to see it. I need to know that you know how to do standard form and not just write the answer. Okay? So this is how they need to do every time. Every multiplication from here on out, we're going to be practicing that, so it's just like second hand. They automatically know what to do. Okay? So, we also have this. I believe this is our number 5. 3 times as much as 29 is. Okay? One way we can do that is we're going to draw a tape diagram. Okay? So, we have 29. Well, if we have 3 times as much, we want to see what that is. So we're going to do 29 times 3 because each one of these are worth 29. Okay? And we're going to do our, and that's shown with the tape diagram, and we're going to do it with our standard, our distributive, and our area model. So let me move it over here. 29 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. So we're going to put our 7 here. Our plus goes here. Now some scholars were adding 2 plus 2 and get 4. You do not add until you have multiplied first. So you're going to do 3 times 2, that's 6, plus 2, that gives us 8. So the answer is 87. Okay? And then there also, we'll need to do the distributive and area model as well. Okay? So that take care of this one. And now I want to do our word problem using the area model. So this is read, draw, write. It says, Mr. Lopez's rectangular garden is 28 meters long and 9 meters wide. What is the area of the garden? Well, they're talking about area, so I know I'm going to draw me an area model. And we know the area goes on the inside, and we don't know the areas because the question says, what is the area of the garden? So we're going to put a lowercase a here. That's the variable. That's what we're looking for. Okay? Now, it says the rectangular garden is 28 meters long, so I'm going to put 28 meters. So if the top is 28, that means the bottom is 28. One word that we've been talking about in math is congruent. Congruent means same or equal. So I was challenging the students when they're using language when something is exactly alike or the same to use the word, although that is congruent. That means equal or the same. But congruent in math terms, that'll help them remember. So we know the top and bottom on a rectangle are congruent. So if the top is 28 meters, the bottom has to be 28 meters. Here it says the width is 9 meters. So if this side is 9 meters on the rectangle, the opposite side is also 9 meters. And now we're looking for the area. Now the formula for area is area equals length times width. Okay? So we don't know the area, so we're going to write the A there. Continue with A equals the length is 28, put the unit, meters, times 9, which is the width, one of the sides. And we're going to multiply them to find the area. Okay? So I want you to do at least 2 ways. 2 ways to check to make sure your multiplication is right. You can do standard algorithm, area model, or distributive property. So I'm going to start here with standard algorithm. Let me do my multiples of 9. One trick that I help the scholars with until they learn it fluently is we're going to do 0 to 9 and then 9 to 0. And that will give you the multiples of 9. And then that's 9 times 10, then 99, 9 times 11, and then 9 times 12. You just have to add the last 2 on yourself. Okay? So, this is 9. We're going down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gives us 72. 2 goes here, plus 7 goes here. Now, we're going to multiply first before we add on that 7. 9 times 2, we're going to go down 2. 1, 2. That gives us 18. Hold 18 in our head. We're going to add on 7. Okay? So we have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That gives us 25. So our area equals 252. Okay? And so you're going to respond. So I'm looking forward tomorrow to make sure you have checked your multiplication 2 different ways. However you want to do it. You have to do distributive, area, or standard algorithm. Okay? And so that's your work for tonight. I want you to continue. And parents, I would, the one that your kid is struggling with, that's the one I would have them do. It's okay to do one that they're sure, but do one that they're sure with and do one that they struggle with so they will eventually become proficient in it because they're practicing it over and over again. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night.